abortions are bad and that people who have abortions did something wrong. From the protesters shouting at us and providers looking down on us when we need care, to insurance companies deeming coverage non-essential, and governments dictating who has an acceptable enough reason for care. We can even feel it from our loved ones who may declare their support for abortion rights, but bristle when we tell them that we are considering one ourselves. This phenomenon is called abortion stigma, a shared belief that abortion is morally wrong and socially unacceptable. It manifests in every imaginable way. It's the air we breathe. All of us, no matter what we believe about abortion, contribute to it. It lives in us, and it takes time to dismantle. Abortion stigma affected each of our abortion experiences. We felt stigmatized for needing and wanting an abortion, while also feeling the pressure to not let our families and ourselves down by continuing a pregnancy in a situation that wasn't ideal. Despite being raised by a Black single mother, Regina felt pressure not to have a child within a new relationship that might not last and could lead to her parenting on her own. Mama's baby, Papa's maybe. Even at 29, with a full-time job and her own apartment, she worried about societal judgment should she become a single mom on her own. As a 19-year-old, Renee knew she wasn't ready to become a parent, and she felt the judgment of political messages reprimanding teen parents for ruining both their own lives and the lives of their children. Even though Regina and Renee knew loved ones who made different parenting decisions, such as becoming single parents or young parents, and although some of them struggled, they were anything but unfit parents. But still, these messages in the news, politics, and television impacted us. Black scholar Patricia Hill Collins calls these stereotypes controlling images, the negative ideas that come into our heads based on racialized and gendered narratives, and that influence how we as a society see these groups of people based on the ideas of the dominant group, white people. For Black people and many people of color, our reproductive decisions aren't straightforward. They are compounded by racial stereotypes, in particular, misogynoir, a term coined by Black queer feminist scholar Moya Bailey to describe the prejudices and discrimination uniquely faced by being women and Black. These tropes include the welfare queen, President Ronald Reagan's conjured-up image of a Black mother who doesn't contribute to society and lives with her children off of taxpayer dollars. Read white people's money. Stereotypes of teen parents or single mothers of color are portrayed as broken, undesirable parenting situations to be avoided at all costs, rather than an integral part of our society throughout history. No matter what, our reproductive decision-making is stigmatized, limiting our free will and community support, instead inviting judgment and isolation based on who we are. What would it look like to create a society in which everyone receives unbiased, factual information about our options and support that affirms that we know what is best for our own lives? What would it look like if every pregnancy decision was met with support and understanding? That is the world we are building toward, a world in which we achieve reproductive justice, upholding the right to bodily autonomy that people of color deserve, regardless of our parenting decisions. This world doesn't yet exist, but it doesn't have to be a fantasy. We believe liberating abortion is central to building that world. Liberation is the act of freeing ourselves from repression. For us, it's a vision in which everyone is able to have their abortions, free from shame, stigma, oppression, and struggle. It's a vision where abortions are quite literally free, no cost, available to everyone, everywhere, whenever they need it. Our abortions are fully supported and met with unconditional love and understanding. But our vision is bigger than the abortion rights limited by the landmark Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood v. Casey decisions, 2 U.S. Supreme Court cases that protected abortion access in the United States, but not for everyone. As we will outline in this book, those rights were never enough and not real.